All right. Here we go. Hey, perfect. All right. So how do I get a stream link? Where can I get a stream link? Let me just see something real quick. Oh. Does this work? Hey, there we go. Perfect. Give me a second. No data? Give me no data. Oh, oof. Being able to get off the table by lifting myself with my knees is a good idea, but holy shit, man, it feels heavy. All right. Yeah, that's all the places I normally share. Grow match, I saw. Ooh. Wow, those are lovely. All right. Well. Alrighty. Well, full goal match, I saw. That was my phone, because we got to share the Facebookies. Won't be long. We're just bango chalangoing. Got about 25 minutes to go. This. Well. Alright. Give me just a second. I'm just gonna get a quick outfit change. I'll be back. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Some 2 notifications. Sure. Alrighty, boom. Okay. Oh. All right. Getting ready to have some fun? Hell yeah. Gotta get the stretchies, you know? If my arms look a little bit thicker, well, you all probably know what I've been up to this past week. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Vex is blowing up my DMs. Good to know. Apparently it's like 40 degrees outside. I don't know too much about that, bro. I'm living in like 18 degrees. And we just bango chalangos, guys. We just bango chalangos. Alright. Oh, stream is healthy. So it looks like that that interval skipping thing is perfectly fine. I set it to 2 like the thing said I should set it to. So if there are any FPS issues, please do let me know. Alright, I posted on Facebook. Oh, I forgot to post on Twitch. Twitter. And There we go. Now back to the analytics. Did I get the title right? Let's see. Eternals Academy, week 6. Oh, I can input the tags right away? Okay, yo, give me a second. I'll do that right now. Yo, ChatGPT! ChatGPT! Baby girl! Give me my tags! Hey, yo! There we go. Entertainment. I think gaming makes more sense. There we go. All right. That's all done. And yes, for those wondering, I shaved because it is way too hot to sleep with a beard. Yo, welcome to the live stream. I'm your host, the Fallen Second. Tonight, got one hell of a match lined up for you. Can I collect energy at Blue Archive? Let's see. What's the cafe up to? Any cute girls in a cafe? Pug? Is it Puggy Wuggy time? 5 hours? 6 hours? And only at 58%? Damn, that fucking sucks. Ooh. Alright. We're about to get the invite to the lobby, guys. Let's get it. Performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Huh, DK. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If it shoots you up, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. Huh, DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here. Kong's got style, so listen up, dude. She can shrink in size to suit her mood. She's quick and nimble when she needs to be. She can float through the air and climb up trees. If you choose her, you'll not choose wrong with a skip and a hop. She's one cool Kong, huh, DK. Donkey Kong has no style, he has no grace, but this Kong has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you. Increase himself just like a balloon. This crazy Kong just digs this tune. Huh, DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here again, and about time too. And this time he's in the mood. Hi, you're not streaming on Twitch anymore? No. It's easier on YouTube. It saves me so much time. It's annoying how easier it is to stream on YouTube than it is on Twitch. The results are basically the same too. You just gotta tell people that you have a YouTube link instead of a Twitch link, and like they'll just come running. I'm used to having a dead chat while I cast anyways, so. Besides, people love the VODs. And so with this, right, once I finish the stream, the VOD is instantly up. So there's no waiting to have to schedule it, to have to do something. It's just instantly ready. So it's just, I don't know. As a content creator who values his time, honestly, YouTube offers me something I can't ignore. And while, sure, it kind of sucks that I don't get the easy free use of Twitch Primes anymore, or the use of my Nightbot, so I kind of have to do a lot of like the commands and stuff by myself. I feel like it's better for my creator health than having to, you know, boo-boo, give me that invite. And also with Twitch, you know, like I need a threshold and shit to get paid, and I had to wait for my passport to verify my payment method and get a lot of stuff done. And when I streamed MSI, I didn't even get like a warning. I just instantly got banned, and my Twitch and my channel was offline for like almost 2 weeks. So you know, it's just on YouTube. The second there's an error, my phone rings. So. You know, like, I think YouTube is just better for streaming. Twitch is great if you've got a big fan base already. Like, I think Twitch is great if you're already an established creator. But as an up-and-coming content creator, I think Twitch is quite horrible. I got affiliate, like, really fast. But that's because I was casting shit. Instead of just streaming to random people, right? I was casting other people's games. So, of course, people wanted to come watch the games. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think we'll give up on Twitch, but until the YouTube streams pick up like a lot of pace, I feel like we're just gonna stay on YouTube. It's also easier to support me on YouTube because there's like directly a button for the super chats and stuff, and I have a one-click thing to create a poll and start a Q&A, and there's just there we go. I don't know. I just feel like, as much as I love Twitch, I feel like Twitch never really cared about me as a creator. And I've been on YouTube already for God knows how many years. And even when I had like 20 subs, YouTube would send me like weekly helpful articles and stuff like that. And you know, um, it's just hard to say that Twitch actually cared because it's even the same story of as to like why Ludwig went from like Twitch to YouTube is he asked Twitch if they cared, and at the end of the day they're like, yeah, we can give you some money, but you're just another streamer, even though he was like one of their biggest streamers of all time, and like they didn't even try to keep him, and YouTube welcomed them like family, so it's like I've kind of started to see that as well, even though I'm like not anything big or whatever. The second I have any issues with YouTube, I can instantly reach help. I can instantly like talk to someone and stuff. At Twitch, bro, it was radio silence until I got a random email saying I got unbanned. Yeah, no notification, no nothing, no nothing at all. Just instant ban, bro. It logged me out of my streaming service while I was live. So I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch. We might go back there for some like sussy wussy games, maybe like Samurai Kagura PHP Splash or Nekopara Cafe Volumes 1 to 4, including the bonus volume. But in terms of like quality live streams, I think we're just gonna stick to YouTube. Though an update on Switch gameplay, I still have a small hole in my thumb, so I haven't been able to record much gameplay, and yeah. The last thing in the setup that we're looking to get is we're looking to get a pop filter. Just because I know I have a mechanical keyboard, and sometimes, typing on a mechanical keyboard, you hear the clickety-clack, clickety-clack, and sometimes it can be a little annoying. So, yeah. Trying to fix that for some pebbles, But also, one thing that is like really kind of like convincing me to just be on YouTube is that we're working on watch hour farming, like watch hours, right? And the stream directly coincides with boosting watch hours. So if you watch the stream, you don't have to watch the VOD, which is fantastic. So now I don't have to be mad at people if they watch one but not the other. But on Twitch, the problem is, the Twitch doesn't help my YouTube in any way. It helps my Twitch, but if I don't hit 75 concurrent viewers, then, like, I'd have to be at a pace. I don't even think there's that many people interested in the region of Quebec. Like, sure, there are players, but players play the game. They don't watch the game, Some players watch, but not all players watch. I'm someone who has like almost 4,000 hours invested into like LoL esports, and that's a lot of games because it only counts the game time, not the ridiculous pauses or the show, like the pre-show, the after-show, the post-game lobby or whatever. It's like 4,000 hours of games. So I think I'm nearing like 3,200 games watched. So it's a little crazy, but. Hey, yo, Exodia just exploded onto the scene. That's crazy. Alright. So we we are 5 minutes away from getting the lobby set up and everything for you guys. So hopefully you guys are having fun. Let me just create a poll. All right. So I got a poll up for you guys. You guys are interested? I'm gonna make a lot of G2 jokes. So if you're a G2 fan, I used to be a G2 fan, but I want to see them redeem themselves, and then I'll get back on the G2 train. Because right now, bro, they've been letting me down for a long time. They've been trolling, throwing games, doing stuff that like they don't care anymore. So, regarding the new emotes for you guys, me and my thumbnail artist Vex are working on a temporary solution while we work with our artist who will make all the emotes for us. We're aiming for one emote a month. We're getting the when you would Sura one first. It's gonna look like the actually from like that meme where the guy's pushing up his glasses and going like, hold on a second, right? So, but with like my chibi VTuber anime avatar, if you guys really like that emote, we can also get it animated, but we'll see. We'll see the feedback from the emote itself. If not, we'll work on a second emote. And for every emote we do get, if you guys do want to push a kind of like a goal to crowdfund that emote, essentially it's $5 extra, like £5, like the pound sterling or whatever. So it's about $10 extra per emote. So we'll crowdfund the animated emotes, but I will pay the regular emotes out of pocket. So that is something I wanted to let you guys know. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll have 5 banger emotes for you guys, or sooner if we got them crowdfunded. I will put all the money donated and received through these live streams towards the emotes first, and then if you guys want us to crowdfund a game that you want to see me play, like I don't know, let's say like Five Nights at Freddy's, Zombies, I don't know, you name it, right? If I can play it, I will make time for it if we crowdfund it. If we don't crowdfund it, things will be a little bit different. We're going to rock with the League of Legends schedule for the most of it. And if you want, we can crowdfund my ranked adventures. I know I used to just record them randomly, but I haven't really played ranked in like a long time. So if you want to see me stumble around, that'd be pretty cool. I'm not saying you'll be super entertained, but I can at least give you a little bit of what you're probably wanting to see. I know I'm not the best player in League of Legends, but I'm definitely an entertaining player when it comes to my own gameplay. So, if wait, can I make another poll? Oh no, okay. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I started a Q&A in the chat. To drive up to drive up some interest. If that is something you guys want to see or want to do, let me know. Because September is coming sooner than later. And I would like to do kind of like an uncapped stream. Kind of like where I go live. And we try and hit financial goals. Towards like newfound goals. Like we'd make it easy. It's something like the first milestone would be like 1 channel member. Then we hit like maybe 3 channel member, 5 channel members. So we'd have like a channel member incentive. We'd have a donation incentive, and we'd have a super chat incentive. So that is something that you guys are interested in. I'm looking forward to planning something like that, but I don't know if it's something that you guys would want. So, yeah. So to recap, we've got Au niveau de cela coming. I don't know exactly when it's arriving, but the art is in the works. I just need I just need to pay Vex so Vex can pay Azu for the art. Once Vex lets me know if we could do that, then I can confirm that the emote is gonna be in progress. I'll share updates with you guys, like photos and stuff. And if we like that emote enough and we crowdfund the animation, it's $10 to animate an emote, because it's like £5 sterling, but £1 is worth $2+. So I'll fund the emotes out of pocket myself, but you guys, if you really like using them, because you'll be able to use them anywhere on Discord if you have Discord Nitro, on any Twitch, because there'll be free emotes that I'll throw on my Twitch, and you'll be able to use them here or in other live streams on YouTube, I guess. I really don't know how live streams work on YouTube, if you can like share emotes and stuff like that, so whatever happens. But yeah, so Discord, Twitch, and YouTube are where we're looking to make them available. And if you guys like them enough, we can work on stickers and some other stuff. I just need to let Azu know exactly what I want. So I gave her a descriptive for the first 5 emotes I want. So we're going to be working on getting those crowdfunded for their animations if you guys really like them. But other than that, you can expect 1 emote a month. I'm having some PayPal issues, mainly because I've never really used PayPal, so PayPal doesn't recognize my card, so I'm not able to like tip through coffee or whatever. So if Vex can help me resolve the issue, because she knows she's my reference to the artists that I want to use, then we can get them started. I also have a poll in the chat right now for High7 and Nordian, so you guys can go ahead and vote on that. We're a little bit late. I'm just trying to get updates to you guys as soon as I can, just to, you know, keep it professional and stuff. So well, let's see. So, Reynards told me game 2 was a steal. So game 1, it was Varus, a collie carry. Yo, Rorschach 7-6. Val, that man, yo, man. Holy shit! All right, in game 2, it was a steal. Oh shit! Oh shit! 14-28, and they took a win. Damn, yo, Rorschach s'est fait amuser, man. Poor Roche. My boy Roche, Can we get some prayers in the chat out from my boy Rorschach? Alright. So, they're discussing the draft link. I think we have High7 on blue here for game number 1. Oh, my tummy is rumbling tonight. I don't know what's wrong with it. But if not, how have you guys been? You guys been enjoying MSI so far? I forgot to log in my pick'em, so I'm pretty salty. Let's see. I'll draft with Cam. There we go! Doesn't the new layout look nice, guys? Oh, wait. Oh, I can't see the chat anymore. Wait a second. If I do this, I can see the chat, right? Oh, yes, I'm so smart. There we go. I won't be able to type in the chat, but you guys should be able to see the chat without any issues, right? All right. Let's get the league line back up. All right. Alright. Looks like we've got the ready check on the draft. We got the ready check here from High7. All right. Da 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 na na da 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 na na da 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 da. Do do do. I gave my ready check in the chat, or whenever they're good to go. Oh. Oh. Da 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 na da, da, da. Alright, looks like we got the ready check from both sides. So we should be starting. I think this is soft fearless. Wait. Okay. So it is soft fearless. So unfortunately for you guys that are looking forward to some hard fearless, it's not gonna be today. Alright, so it looks like there won't be any bans. Okay, so for the first rotation of bans from the side of High7, there won't be any bans, but they'll get 2 bans because they had to sub in. That's a sub in Joe. So Darius's Gangplank, the Bruiser Plank that we've loved to see, unfortunately taken off the table. Maxim Burners, Mr. Burners, Mad Monkey King, also taken off. You can't let him get his macaque in your splungy hole. And let's see, what's the last band the Nordian's gonna... No! 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 They took away the Azir! What the... Ah! I fucking hate this. I hate Nordians. No, Nordians, why? You took away the content champion. Now we don't get the swiggity swoogity. I'm coming up pooping that booty, you know? Like, life is so sad. There's no Azir. What's the point of living, guys? Alright, anyways. Drama aside, oh no. Oh no. No, are we really getting Senna Smolder 2 games in a row? That's not fair. It should have been me. It should have been me. Oh, Nordian just responding with a Syndra. Alright, so Strikey looking to have his way against Ebola. But we've seen Ebola with some pretty interesting mid lane picks. So I would not count him out just yet. Sorry if I'm playing up the banter and stuff. Given the fact that I in the game chat, I hyped up the Azir, and it was just banned away. So if it's gonna be a constant ban against Ebola, I'm gonna be very sad. Okay, so that's Blios on the Tristana. As always, we are looking forward to the aggression that he is gonna be able to put versus Jodas, who is playing Senna. So to be fair, it could be McDabber's Senna. I do not know what Jodas plays in AD carry. I've seen him play a lot of mid, like he plays like Ari and Victor, Corky and stuff. But I have not seen him. Okay, so it is McDabber's Nautilus, Braum. Okay, so it's Senna Braum bot lane. Okay, technically a safe bot lane against the likes of Tristana, able to kind of punish the rocket jump. That when she's going to be going in. Braum is going to look for a Winter's Bite, and if he gets a Winter's Bite off, it's pretty easy to then auto-Q slap, get the stun in, punish the Tristana. And we're going to see if the Unbreakable is going to be able to be used to block the likes of the Force of Will, the Force Unleashed, and the Scatter the Weak. So it's Xin Zhao here for Mr. Burner. It was a Sejuani hover, but I mean, Xin Zhao makes a lot more sense. Kind of turns off the fact that Syndra can ult the Xin Zhao unless she's in melee range. And really does provide accurate amounts of peel in that sense. So here we have the Aatrox, another blind pick here. Nordian's picking their solo laners for free. That's a little bit interesting when they are red side, so that means they're not going to be able to use any counter pick potential here. So let's see if this lack of respect towards the draft is going to help or hurt Nordians. Now High7 do have access to 2 bans, but seeing as the solo laners have already been picked, I'm expecting jungle bans. I'm expecting a jungle and or 2 support bans. We've seen that way play very well on engaged supports, and he is playing with a Tristana. So normally... Nautilus is something I would definitely hit. Though Nautilus into Braum, not really a fun matchup for Nautilus to kind of have to play through and stuff, so.
The Melio band, very interesting here. It does synergize a little bit with what Nordian want to do, especially with helping Aatrox land some of those more like quirky sweet spots. But I would have thought maybe some engage would help, unless they have a different pattern in mind. I mean, that way is someone known to play some weird supports. But I'm surprised to see the Nautilus is still on the table. Hopefully that, or maybe like the Rakan or the Alistar gets banned, because it feels bad, man. But we are targeting Dars with Aurelia, and I think Ebola with Aurelia, and Dars with the Olaf. We've seen what he can do. The Rakan also taken off the table as predicted. It does leave a lot open. So here, I would just honestly, I would just pick. If you're uncertain what you want to pick, I would just pick the Nautilus up here. Either that or I pick the Alistar and have a guaranteed way to get onto the setup. Because with Syndra and Aatrox, we kind of do need to find a way to like start a team fight. And but okay, Leona is also very good into Braum because of Aftershock plus Eclipse. She has a lot of armor and magic resist. And so Braum's true damage comes from Braum's auto attacks after the passive is proc. So it looks like Darius is just gonna pick the hovering the Renekton into the Aatrox. Now this is a skill based matchup. It can go really sour if either misses a combo. So like if like cannon is something that Darius has been known to bring out. It is one of his APs of choice. We have not seen much rumble from him, which is also a good matchup into the Aatrox because you can start Oblivion Orb and kind of just neuter the healing trait factor that the Aatrox looks to offer to the table. But we do have some solid ways of fighting. I'm not the biggest fan of this Zerv because it doesn't contribute to how we get things done. The Orianna makes a lot more sense because we have the ball delivery system with the Xin with the Braum, and we're looking at some pretty solid mid to late game team fighting here for the side of High7. We'll have to see if Jodas has hands, because that's like the real question we got to be asking ourselves. And from what we've seen, when we saw Jodas play in the, I think, Academy Prep tournament, he did not look very comfortable or clean on any of the mid laners he did play, and the builds were somewhat questionable. But setup, pretty cookie cutter. You go Static Shiv, Black Cleaver, Rapid Fire, i.e. Bloodthirster with Swifties. It doesn't get any easier than that, honestly. You don't look to fight, you just look to sometimes take a cue through the minion wave and stuff, and you use your ults to help your solo laners or your junglers through tussles. You try not to take fights if you don't feel confident yourself. And the Jarvan to wrap up the draft means that we are now going to get into the champion select. So remember, we do have a poll for you guys in the chat. It looks like we got one vote for Nordian. Are we gonna get any other votes? Because I know. Oh, damn, that's crazy. We peaked at 5 viewers. That's pretty pog. So thank you as always for everyone checking out the live stream. It does mean a lot. Even if you're not here for a long time, even if you're lurking. Unlike on Twitch, just anyone being here honestly means the world to me. Because if there's one person who watches like the entire VOD and the VOD is like 2 hours ish. Wait, do I not have? Oh, okay. My dumbass thought something went wrong for a second. So, I'm really thankful that you guys enjoy watching this content. And my bad. I keep forgetting that if I zoom out, sorry, not zoom out. If I click down the league screen, it kind of takes down the perspective. So my bad about that. Still getting used to streaming on YouTube because of MSI. We've kind of been busy during the entirety of the week except Sundays, and Sundays is like when we're looking to stream. We're definitely gonna get more streams in if you guys like. And like I said, like the crowdfunding, if you guys would like to see some other stuff from me, maybe some like live Switch gameplay, some ranked adventures, some stuff like that. My DMs are always open, the YouTube chat, the comment section. I do make community posts on the YouTube channel, so make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because that's the easiest way to find me. You'll notice that we have at least an upload every day. If anything, we have sometimes more than one upload a day. There's some cool stuff like the FGO anniversary, more Blue Archive, and some cool stuff coming. We even started a new playthrough for Bravely Default. We're starting the adventure for Banjo and Kazooie. Donkey Kong Bonanza releases in like 11 days. So if any of that sounds cool to you, or you feel like checking it out, just click that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, because there are going to be a lot of updates, posts, and stuff. I do this for you guys, really. And if we can make my dream come true to become a paid content creator, honestly, that'd be like the coolest thing ever. For those looking to support the channel, unlike Twitch, I have channel memberships here starting at like $2.99. It's a lot more affordable if you feel like using that money. If not, super chats are always available. It's like a way to highlight your donation message, so that way I don't forget about it, if anything. But yeah, if you feel like checking any of those out, we've got tiers for the channel members. They give you some bonuses if you feel like interacting with the community. Other than that, just any feedback you have on my Discord, whatever, just let me know. I'm going to look to try and get like some kind of automated commands or whatever for the YouTube live stream, so we can at least have some cool stuff. I might like start having like a pinned message that I make myself with my own links and stuff, so that you guys have an easier time finding stuff. But here we are, we're getting ready to get into the game. The right side, don't worry about the positions. I will rearrange them as we get into the game. And other than that, I want to thank you guys, as always, for just hanging out. And it's okay if you don't want to chat. It'd be fun if you did want to chat, but hey, that'll come with time anyways, right? Alright, so we've got the spectator delay active now. That means we've got about 3 minutes before we get into the game. So make sure you grab a snack, grab a drink, head to the washroom if you gotta, because you gotta make sure that you're here for all the high octane action that we are gonna have in this game. So this is an important game because if give me a second. Bookmarks, Eternals, Classement, Academy, Team Leaderboard. So right now, High7 is third place with 16 points at a 9-4 score, and Nordian is 7-5 with 14 points in fourth place. So we are nearing playoffs. So this is a seeding deciding match for what's left. Let's see. We are on week 6, and yeah, this is the last match that is happening. Currently, also there's 4-Ball What's Up versus Los Luzerinos. Yeah, this match is gonna be important for player seedings for when we get into the the playoff bracket. So I'm excited. I think next week is the last week before playoffs, so it will determine who makes it and who doesn't. Red Wolf doesn't count anyways. I think it's the top 6 teams, but Red Wolf just like doesn't exist right now, for those wondering. So yeah. Alright, here we go. We got about a minute left before we get into the game. I'm gonna end poll number 1. And it looks like we're projecting Nordian as the winners here. I'll keep the Q&A. I'll keep the Q&A question up for you guys as long as we have to get it up. I will just also pause the music as we get ready to get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna move screen number 1 here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go league in game. So animate titty jump scare for those of you that are weak to the eyes. We're gonna see some really nice ladies in just a second. So close your eyes in 3, 2, 1 for a few seconds, and don't worry, they're not real. They can't hurt you. And here we go. We're getting into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have some rich people, some poor people? Let's find out. Who's rich, who's poor? In this segment, we got Super Kennen, Cosmic Defender Zinzao, Winter Wonder Oriana, Prestige True Damage Setup, Poor Braum, Spear Blossom Tristana, Darkstar Jarvan, Covenant Syndrome, Primordian Aatrox, and Poor Leona. So we've got an average of 1 poor support per team. So at the end of the day, it looks like 8 rich people don't have to pay their taxes today. Alright, so Tristana is 80 carry. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. Good luck, have fun to both teams, and here we go. I'm gonna hide the cursor here. And yeah, I want to see some nice suited action. As we can tell, we have the cleanse here on Jodas, so he is looking to survive the heavy amounts of crowd control that Way and Strikey are looking to inflict on him throughout this game. That Way looking to get an early brush positioning and maybe get a scare out of Jodas. Though, level 1 Leona not as strong as level 2 Leona, so things could go wrong. We got the 5-point defense from both sides. Mr. Burner trying to maybe get an offensive positioning here. The side Strikey trying to proc that first strike. Is he gonna be able to get it? The pings are coming out, and it looks like Mr. Burner is gonna be brushed off. But Ebola is here for reinforcements. The command attack does not land. And so that means the invasive ward is not gonna happen. Alright. We got Leona and Tristana in the bush. Tristana, if she starts rocket jump, could be very impactful here against Jodas. And we notice that Leona has ignite here. So gotta be a little bit careful. That level 1 doesn't work too well. The first strike does proc, and Strikey becomes a little bit rich. And it looks like we did not. We did start explosive charge, so that means we are not looking to get that level 1 flash here out of Jodas. So maybe we just don't think there's enough damage. McDabber does have the Guardian and the heal, and Jodas has cleanse, so maybe that could be something. Senna is getting some good damage here onto that Way. Already down to 60%. Forced to chug the first potion of the game. And Kennen seems to be in the top lane. The level 2 here for McDabber and Jodas. And we're going to get some good stacks. The explosive charge comes out. And now we're trying to get some hits in. And that's the cook. That's the sustain gun here for this Leona. So that could be really impactful. Jodas here looking to get some more stacks. So far, Leo's doing good in the farming department. But Azor has been zoning Dars off the wave. And that's another minion that Dars is going to miss. So this Kennen pick hopefully gets a little bit better for him, because right now things don't look too clean. Alright, and Wave pushing heavily here into the favor of Nordians. So we'll see what Jodas and McDabber can do, because if this Wave stage stays like this the entire laning phase, things are going to be too fun. A nice stun here from the Mark of the Storm coming out from Dars, getting some good chip damage on Azor, but still we see a double CS lead here for the side of Azor this early into the game, and it looks like a bad champ is making his way in, so they're playing dumb. But then the rocket jump comes here onto Joe, the explosive charge, and now we've got the cleanse. It might not be enough, and a bad champ has the flash here. Oh, okay, Mr. Burner maybe has a way in, but he's taking a lot of damage from Bleos. And now maybe he goes in, uses the audacious charge on a minion, but that is going to be Jodas losing both summoners and his life early. The Demacian standard comes out as well, just to try and give some attack speed here to Bleos. But a bad champ going to be really happy with this, the way this early laning is going. However, Ebola is gapping Strikey in terms of CS and HP. Levels. Dars is going to take a turret shot for some poke. And Strikey comes back here. Our bad champ here now getting ready to get onto Ebola. The flash has been landed, but the Zenith Blade. But we don't have anything to follow up with. And that way takes 2 turret shots. So that is Ebola's flash in exchange for most of that way's health bar. But now Strikey able to clear the wave, get back into it. And it looks like he's going to be comfortable. Dars also caught back up the huge CS gap that there was in the top lane. Now only about a wave difference between both top laners. No recalls yet in the top side, and Dars does not use any potions. The electrocute combo with those little shuriken storm attacks are going to be annoying for Azor to deal with, at least until he gets his first proper damage item. So now we got the first back here from Bad Champ, a pickaxe and a longsword with a control ward. We've got almost a lost chapter with a refillable here for Strikey. Just tier and boots here though for Ebola. The teleports invested by both mid laners. Bleos here only has a cull and a dagger compared to boots. Like boots 1 for Jodas. So overall I think that Nordians are very happy with this start, regardless of the mid lane situation. The Orianna does not have flash, will not have it for a decent while, and it looks right now that we are pinging the red side jungle here on High7's turf. The level 6, first level 6 of the game achieved here by Dars. Surprisingly lower on minions, but has the XP. Now the World Ender available for the likes of Azor. And he is looking to maybe find a moment to capitalize, though. Dars is having a lot of fun, just trying to bully. First strike going to be procced again. That way going to be smacked by the Winter's Bite, and a nice sweet spot knockup here by Azor, but Dars holding wave prio advantage and just trying to freeze the wave as best he can. Try to deny as much experience momentum from this Aatrox, because Dars knows if he can get a lead, he can easily find kills on this Aatrox. He just has to be careful as to where he's running. But yeah, Azor is half health. Looking to take a recall soon. Looking at the money, no me. We got about 1,400 on each side. Oh, the Infernal Chain's gonna be tanked by the Cannon minion. Fantastic fantastic block here by the minion. Really coming out in favor here. And because we have priority on this bot in this bot lane, Bad Champ here, just here to get the level 7 at the same time. But red team is going to get priority on this dragon. Mr. Burner here is going to find a ward in the Tri-Brush. Going to clear it out. Now Bad Champ is going to look to get a recall in. But Bad Champ surprisingly down about 4 camps. And now Aatrox got his first recall in, got his Merc Treads, and a longsword. So he's happy about that. Dars still has not looked to take a recall yet. Orianna has taken another reset to finish the Merc Treads, and Syndra has her Lost Chapter, so mana issues should not be a thing anymore. Now Dars is looking to get away, but gets stuck into the Infernal Chains combo. The flash booty slap from Aatrox, finding the sweet spot on the Darkened Blade is gonna be enough to find a solo kill here, marking the second kill of the game. 2-0 in favor here of Nordians, and Blios really wants to get a good reset off, because I think he's got BF sword money. Yeah, and that looks like that's going to be the reset timing here. The both level 6 on the junglers, with Maxim having a little bit more XP. A teleport invested by both top laners. And now another nice combo chain into the Infernal Chain. The sweet spot, the passive, the hit. And now Dars teleported back the lane. Already has like 5 HP. And he's got to be careful because this Aatrox is looking to fuck him up. But Mr. Burner making his way up in the top lane. Azor's got to be a little bit careful. But, I mean, Azor's pretty strong right now. The Dabber is here. Okay, looks like we get in. And now we've got the Braum with the Thor. It's going to be hard. A little annoying. The Flash. Slicing Maelstrom. Going to be enough. And Max and Burner are able to take a counter kill against this Aatrox. Starting off the Grubs. So, a beautiful bait by Mr. Burner, but now Joe maybe in a bit of danger. A nice last embrace to make sure Leona cannot get to Joe. There was no level 6 on that Leona, and because there was no flash on this Leona, a Leona flashed recently? Okay, that is interesting. I did not know where Leona was forced to flash, but the level 7, okay, Strikey looking to try and take a kill here, but not going to be able to find one. Another nice last embrace, forcing the bot lane to peel off for a little bit. But that's going to be the first third plate of the game taken. And we're going to be really happy with that if we are Jodas. Letting us scale a bit into things. Yeah, only a few 100 gold down, but that's not a bad thing if you're Senna. 15 stacks already, not really that amazing in 10 minutes. Means that we're not going to be hitting the 60 threshold by 20 unless Jodas picks up. Really has to focus on getting as many stacks as he can. A Bad Champ is going to be clearing out his blue buff. And so it was grubs for Dragon at the end of the day, 1-1 in objectives. The counter kill. Oh, but Azor is able to claim a turret plate also, so he is going to be very happy with that. The team not having the Void Grubs, being able to take some turret plates early, really happy with that because it's a lot easier with, but without sometimes it can be a struggle, especially for like Strikey and Azor. Okay, but it looks like a Batchamp gets caught out here. We get a nice Glacial Fissure to find, and now, ooh, a nice the double man scatter, but the flash, the scatter the wake finds 3, and now we got the Dawning Shadow, but that wake here gonna be taken out. The execute not enough, and McDabber just isn't taking any damage. The Buster Shot here to try and throw people away, and we just don't have any damage. The last embrace is gonna find Strikey, and now the flash over the wall from Jonas and Mr. Burner, but Dars here is gonna get killed by the Aatrox. No, we are able to finish the feats of warfare here. Feats of strengths accomplished by the side of High7 here first, being able to find the play in the Dragon River. Also, Mr. Burner, 301, now a 1k gold lead, and is going Titanic first, so he will definitely be a menace to reckon with. Actually, I think he might be going Stridebreaker. Unless I'm wrong, this looks like Stridebreaker, but it could also just be Titanic Hydra, because Titanic does build a tunneler, so that could be the case here. Though, if we look bot side, still about a 10 CS gap. Though Jonas is just really happy that he's got his Shiv, he's able to farm, his jungler's tanky, and he's not focused in team fights. So Jonas really happy about this early game so far. And because Orianna built Boots 2 first, it's going to be a while before Ebola sees his power spike. His tier only at halfway, so even if he goes Sarah's first, oh, looks like we've got a pick on the McDabber. But maybe it's a trap next to Mr. Burner. Going to try the Wind Becomes Lightning, but it's not going to land here. And Ebola is trying to zone Strikey off some minions. And we're going to chunk him with a nice Command Dissonance. And now we're looking for the next fight. McDabber and Burner are clearing a ward, but now Jodas might be in a little bit of trouble. The last embrace falls here onto Tristana, and now Burner is trying, but a nice double knockup. The Cataclysm onto Joe, and the Eclipse lands, but we have no way of getting on. We got the flash auto. Bleos able to get away with a beautiful flash, but now Burner is looking to find Mr. Burner. And Strikey here is going to be able to help Azor get a kill. Now that way here, making sure McDabber going to the Shadow Realm. But a nice flash out of Dabber means that he gets to live another day. Beautiful team fight though from the side of Nordians. However, a lot of turret gold pressure in the top side has been given up. And Dars does have triple grubbies. So you know what that means. He's going to be able to have some fun. The Hubris picked up here for Aatrox means that we're looking at a more carry Aatrox angle here. It's going to be a lot squishier, going to have a lot less sustain. But when he hits those sweet spots, it's going to hurt. And now it's 2-1 in objectives. We've got the Rift Herald spawning in 90 seconds. And now Dars is going to take a turret shot. Does he dodge that first sweet spot? But that is 4 plates for Dars, so he's really happy about that. However, with all the kills and the action happening and the shutdown that Azor was able to find here on Mr. Burner, it does mean that he does have about a 1,000 gold lead. And with the Merc Treads, he is able to take some badonkadonk trades. The turret plating has fallen off, and Bleos does hurt more at this moment than Jodas, so Jodas does have to be a little bit careful here. But with the static shift, he can maybe start just oh, okay, we're taking a fight here though, but I don't know if we want this. I mean, Leona has the Eclipse, has the Ignite, and it looks like we know that Mr. Burner is in the top lane here looking for something. It's going to be a nice embrace here. Going to find 2 people. And now Leona going to be stuck, stunned up, and already down to half health. No potion to lock it available here. McDabber still has to choose his power up, but I think it's a little bit dangerous to try and force a fight. Dars here trying to force the issue on something. Solstice Slay was the support item of choice here for the side of McDabber, looking to maybe speed up Jodas when he gets caught to give him a little bit more survivability. Unfortunately, Ebola is going to miss that cannon minion. The Flag and Drag's going to find cannon into the Cataclysm. Dars has flash, forced to use it afterwards, but oh, the flash here from Azor gonna be enough. Now Batcham might be in a bit of danger here. We got the Dawning Shadow, but Azor hurts a lot, and now Strikey here gonna be able to find maybe an opening. The Shockwave though, and that's Azor with the booty slap. I told you, when it lands, it's gonna hurt. And now Shadas has to run for his life. Blios almost has the flash, but he doesn't have enough movement speed to catch the Sana. So, but that was a beautiful play here by Azor, finding the booty smack angle, able to take down this Feds and Zhao once again. And now Blios, okay, Blios with a very naughty angle, has to be careful. He's 1 Q away from getting sniped, but thankfully there's no kill shot angle here for Jadas. Ooh, okay, the static ship procs are getting a little dangerous. 1 Q is all he needs, but Ebola might be in danger. And now Strikey forces the flash out of Ebola. And now Burner finds Batchamp, looking for an angle here onto Blios, because Blios is pretty low. Are we just not going to take the pedal? Did we not take the pedal? Oh no, we took it. Okay, I was going to be asking some questions. We just let that pedal up the entire time. Okay, a first strike proc into the stun here. But Ebola with those Merc Treads and almost completed Seraphs is not really going to die that fast anymore. Ooh, a nice stun. A nice knock up here from the first Darkened sweet spot. And Dars has to be a little bit careful. Another sweet spot into the chains. He can break them, so he does get away with his life. I think that would have maybe killed Dars had that chains resolved, because those HRX knockups, he does a lot of damage at this point of the game. And Dars not looking like he's having too much fun on the cannon. Alright, Ebola gonna try and get some wave clear here. That way is here with the flash, ult, and ignite. Ebola is flashless, so this Orianna is pretty vulnerable at the moment if she gets caught out, when Leona can find an angle for her. But it looks like the third objective of the game is just gonna go here to the side of Nordians. They're gonna be very comfortable here. The Infernal Chains not gonna be able to go through. But because we got, oh right, the feats of warfare, the feats of strength went first to High7. So by taking the first turret, they traded the Herald, but they got the first turret, and because they got the first 3 kills, that means they got the boots upgrade. So that's gonna be fantastic here for Jodas once he builds his Swifties. But now Dars in trouble, is stuck here, but a bad champ not going to be able to get away. However, Azor does get away, has to use his ultimate, but is going to be pretty comfortable here. And now Burner might be in a bit of trouble as he finds Strikey. The first strike gets disabled here, and now Strikey doesn't have flash to get in and save his... Oh, okay, that's a lot of damage, and now Burner gets caught up. Oh, Jodas though with the slows and the red buff, it's gonna be enough. And Blios though, is McDabber gonna flash over the wall to find? Now Azor's looking to get away, and that's just a free kill here for Maxim Burner. 5-2-2, almost Black Cleaver finish here on the Zinzal, looking really, really comfortable. Has a lot of HP to play with. And this Aatrox finally getting some sustain. Ebola, still no flash here, but the Unbreakable does make things hard. And now Blios in a bit of danger. The Solar Eclipse gonna be used here on McDabber. And now that way is looking to get some peel here. But the flag, a nice flag and drag combo. The lock could use to try and save, and Strikey is here in the mid lane to disengage the rest of this onslaught. It is Hextech Soul this game, and Soul Point is on the line here for the likes of for the likes of Nordians, but right now it's Mr. Burner here who has priority, and it looks like we're just not even going to try and contest it. We took 2 turrets though. The Herald's still yet to be activated, but we did take the bot inner as well, so that is going to stop the dragon stacking for now. We're in a little bit of danger here. We're trying to find an opening here, and Jodas is going to start beating the shit out of these turrets. Mr. Burner and Jodas, and now Dars with the slicing maelstrom finds that way, but a cataclysm under turret, definitely not what you want, and a stun here, and now Bleos has the cannon, and he goes boom, 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 boom. I blow up your team, I kill everyone now, and you're all dead. A nice shockwave to find that way. Ebola does manage to get one, but it's a 1 for 4. And now we lose the Otacon because of it. This Aatrox really doing God's work at the end of the day, but the Cataclysm from a bad champ sticking Dars and McDabber under the turret. Fantastic play. And yeah, that's going to be a free Otacon because, well, Mr. Burner is not alive to stop it. And with that little bit of cash injection, Tristana is pretty happy. Here Dars, though, teleports back in almost on 2 items, but 23 AD from that Hubris. Already, technically speaking, it gives 83 AD at this point, which makes it the highest AD giving item in the game. And that should be the, it's Infinity Edge and about like 300 gold here for Bleos, but he will at least be able to pick up a Crit Cloak. And maybe a pink ward if he wants one. Okay. Aatrox already working on the Death Stance. The 3-item Aatrox spike going to be pretty hefty because once he gets that, he gets a Stagger's Gauge. There's no like Leandries or anything. There's just not that much damage here from the side of High7 to be able to kill this Aatrox fast. And he gets a rotation off. I don't know. Well, besides Mr. Burner and maybe McDabber, I don't know who wants to face tank a Darkin Blade sweet spot. At this point of the game, I don't think anyone wants to. I mean, Max and Burner can definitely hold one down, but even he'll take massive amounts of damage from an attack like that. And now that way, gonna find Max and Burner in a bush. Ebola starts a fight here with Strikey, and now that way gets a little bit punished. We're looking to find a fight, and now Dars and Azor are looking to scuffle. The Infernal Chains are going to be broken, though. And Azor takes a little bit of chunk damage. But it's not enough to the point where it matters. Bleos is going to be able to steal the Raptors, though, away from Mr. Burner. So that is a camp saved, theoretically speaking, for Nordians. I've got to be a little bit careful. Okay, an Eclipse here onto Jodas. The flag and drag, the cleanse, beautiful. Not a Captain Jack, but enough to save him. The Dawning Shadow gonna be able to find a kill here, but here comes Azor. Fight gets found in the Shockwave, and he, oh my god! If he can land the first sweet spot, that would be the end of the game! But a really, really nice team fight by Ebola, finding the Shockwave to make the waves. And now Jodas trying with the increased range to get some pokes at the turret, but Syndra's got fantastic wave clear. Looks like the turret gets taken, though, in exchange by the Rift Herald in the bot lane. But that is a 3-for-0 team fight from the side of High7, and some well-needed money here on the line now. The upgraded boots. I wonder what Jodas is gonna... No Black Cleaver here for Jodas yet. So it's going to be a little hard to chew through this front line. I would like to see him get his Swifties, because he definitely needs a little bit of that movement speed, if you know what I mean. I do like the rapid fire second item. That is definitely a good adaptation when dealing with a Syndra and a Leona. To be able to try and walk away from these many heavy CCs. The Infinity Edge now picked up by Bleos. So he's at the 2-item mark. But Jodas almost at the 3-item mark. Now starting to build a decent lead. Let's check in on the stacks, because we're at 58 stacks in 24 minutes, so it's not that bad. A little bit late to the fight, but here Burner finds an audacious charge, and now Bad Champ might be in a bit of danger. The Wind Becomes Lightning and Embrace do not find their targets here, but priority for this dragon up in 20 seconds has been achieved here by High7, and now another Winter's Bite is going to go through. It's going to miss, and now Bulla is here to get mid-pressure. Strikey is making his way back to the mid lane, but Blios is going to take about 40% of his health from just a command attack, and that should be the 60 stack mark here for Jodas. Very comfortable about it. The Tifa reboots. We're looking for a Wind Becomes Lightning here. It connects, but Mr. Burner not gonna press the go in by. Now Ebola might be in a bit of danger. The flag and drag here, flash by Jarvan is gonna be enough. The Cataclysm, but a beautiful shockwave finds Azor. However, McDabber gets stunned up, and now can Azor survive this and start healing? No, he can. Jodas with some beautiful damage. A nice slicing Maelstrom here by Dars. The Zonias to make sure he does not die, and that's a 4-4-0 again from the side of High7. Nordians collapsing in the middle of the team fight. Some really good communications here by High7, and that might be the game. There's 20 seconds on the death timers, and it's a 4-man squad with Grubs, and you have Xin, Zhao, Senna, so you can easily take Blios here now in a bit of danger, gets jumped on, and that's the second Nexus third, so that's going to be game one going over to the side of High7. Pretty comfortably here, ladies and gentlemen. So as we get ready to go to game number 2, we're going to switch back to the super awesome webcam of Doom. Well, bam. There we go. Damn. Alright, let's get the music back up and running and everything for you guys. Alright, once we got the draft link for game number 2, don't worry, we'll have everything up and running for you guys, like always. Alright, let's get a poll going here for game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we have, I think we have, oh, I'll have the poll up in a second, guys. So how do we feel? How do we feel? Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay. There you go. This is gonna be High7. Sorry. Here we go. The draft for game number 2. Alright. So, looks like we're keeping the same bands here. So far. The Gangplank, the Wukong, and are we expecting the Azir? Because I mean, High7 on blue side could just first pick the Azir. It doesn't show much, and is definitely a very strong point here for Ebola. It is match point here for the side of High7. So Nordians do need to come up with something that works a little bit better. Oh, is that a missed ban or am I? Jarvan is the ban. Okay, so don't want the Jarvan used against them here in this game number 2. Alright, so as we get ready for that first pick, let's see what High7 is cooking for us. Because, ooh, the Rammus, really? Nope, alright, it's just going to be the Pantheon. Nope. We're swapping it back to the Varus. Okay, so Jonas with a pretty decent game 1 here. Looking to pick up the strongest AD carry on the board. The Varus that was left open in both series, funnily enough. So let's see if we can get let's see if we get some nice Gumiyushi style arrows. It looks like Blios though answers with his penta-killing Jinx, and that way, who got denied his Melio last game, now gets his Dora, the Exploradora, for the bot lane of Nordians. We saw that there was a bit of player diff in that bot lane early on, with Nordians taking fantastic exchanges against Dabber and Shodas. So is this Big Dabber on Nico? Okay, yeah, we're spicing things up. Alright, so we've got a competitive level bot lane here from the side of High7. I am excited to see his Nico mechanics. That is the real question, though. How many Nico mechanics does this man have? Because good Nikos, man, will, like, if you got Carrier style Nico mechanics, bro, you could just, like, make everyone's brains explode, because you play so well that, like, people just die. Alright, here High7 do have to lock in their third pick for round one of picks, and it's gonna be the Skarnar. The little scorpion that could. I smell some Heartsteel Bunker Smunks. If you know what I'm talking about. We love Heartsteel gaming over here at the Fallen Sanctum Incorporated. You know me as an arena slash ARAM gamer who loves building that damn item. I just love the bonk. I'm on that bonk lifestyle. So, Nordians here, gonna pick up the Sejuani as the typical answer when you see a Nico. Easy way to isolate her in team fights. And we have the cleanse already from the Melio, so maybe we're going to see the Mikhail's second item here from that way. Now getting on to the second round of bans. We've got... Now Nordians might continue focusing the topside bans, but we may just also see Aurelia Olaf as typical bans. Very good. Oh. Jesus Christ, are we just forgetting the ban champions? So that blank ban is gonna be Azir. Okay, Darius is gonna be taken away here from Azor. So already having used the Aatrox, Darius is his second most played, I believe, and I think. Okay, Olaf taken away from Dars. That's normal. We've seen what Dars can do on Dars, and Mr. Burner can do on the Olaf. But Mordekaiser is the third comfort pick here that we normally associate with Azor. So basically, Azor's comfort pool is out of the way. So we'll have to see what we are blind picking. This Nico could also be a bull, as we've seen a bull play Nico. So this Nico might just be a flex pick, but it is good. It is good into what Nordian has in the bot lane. So I think it'd be a better match to put that Nico with the Varus in the bot lane. So it looks like we're going to blind the Renekton. We're going to take something away here from Dars, which showed a little bit of proficiency. But we have the Permafrost stun combo here in the top lane. So Dars is going to have to be a little bit careful if he does get ganked. The bad champ, though, did kind of ignore Azor for the majority of the game. Azor was the one rotating for plays. So let's see here what High7 wants to finish off the roster with. We've got it. Kale. Okay, so that looks like it's gonna be Kale. And Kale into Renekton. Can be rough early, but I mean you definitely outscale. Could also be Kale mid, but blind picking Kale mid, that's just asking to die. Wave clear in the mid lane is a lot more. Okay, I think that's a bullish chase. I want to say that's a bullish chase. And that's Dars' Kale, because I don't think I've seen Dars play Kale before, but I've seen Ebola play Kale, and he's pretty nasty at it, if you know what I mean. Alright, what mid laner is Nordians looking to pick up for this chase matchup? It's going to be a Hui, okay. It's going to be something squishy here for Strikey. But he does like his combo mages, and that is going to be locked in. So those are the teams, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see some votes in the poll for who you think, if either High7 are going to 2-0 this game, a 2-0 this set, or if Nordians are bringing us the silver scrapes. Alright, looks like the players are placing themselves, I think. So the players are getting ready, so it won't be too long. So here we are. Alright, looks like we're getting started. So let's switch to the in-game cam for you guys. I'll switch back here, throw that over there. Alright. Okay. Alright. While we wait here, I'm going to turn the mic off. I'm just going to hit the washroom real quick. I'll be right back. Apologies. Why is it? Okay, there. I think wire was stuck on something. There you go. That looks good. Mic check, mic check. Everything good? It looks like it. Time to close this poll. Ooh, Lozerino's 204 bot, 1 sub. Pretty convincingly. Let's see here, what happened? Ooh. Shogun really popping off in that game number 2. And Shogun popping off once again. Shogun and High7 really having good games lately. Bandito also holding his own on some interesting picks, but that's pretty cool to see. Alrighty. So, as always, remember the break is about the spectator delay is about to end, so make sure you come back, have your snack, you have your drink, and you are ready. Ready to enjoy this high octane game. I will load up draft number 3 here on Drafter just in case we get to that point. I'm not saying that I'm not optimistic. I'm just saying that Nordian's got to show us a little bit more of that chutzpah if they do wanna make it. All right. So here we go. We're gonna be pausing the music. There is gonna be an anime titty jump scare in just about like 30 seconds. So if you need to avert your eyes, make sure you do so, just so you can keep your chastity in check. So other than that, here team comp wise, I do like the scaling on both teams. I feel like the later we get in the game, the better that this Jinx composition is gonna be. But there isn't that much of a front line here to peel Mr. Burner off. To peel for Mr. Blios. Yeah, so Mr. Burner is going to have some creative angles that he's going to have to dig into. We got Ride Kale, Urfun Skarner, Debonair Jace, Heartseeker, Varus, Winter, Wonder, Nico, Scorcher, Fernectum, Star Guardian, Jax, Victoria, Sejuani, Poor Emilio, and Spirit Blossom Way. So this time we only have one poor support. That means 9 rich people don't have to pay taxes today. And we got ourselves the Ghost versus the Barrier. We got the double heal in the bot lane. It's Arcane Comet versus... I always forget. What is that room called? Oh, Summon Airy. Alright, looks like Blios is having some connection issues. So while he reconnects, let us just set up the board and everything. So we should be getting back into the action very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are liking the cast. I know I haven't casted much recently because of MSI, but if there's a clamoring for more casts, depending on the MSI matchup, there is Rumble Esports starting this week, and if you would like to see me cast some of your Rumble Esports games, I believe Stardust has asked me to cast his. I will definitely be looking into that, maybe even during the MSI. So we'll see. So if you guys are interested in that, please, do click the like button on the stream so that I know that it is something that is interesting for you guys. I always do try and do stuff that you guys want to watch. Because at the end of the day, a streamer is nothing without his audience. And I'm just here as a good support would be, here to entertain the League of Legends community. Plus, we got some really cool things in the works. Can't talk about them, but some really cool things happening this year. Alright, we are officially ready. There's a small lag after we get into the game because there was a pause, but we see quad teleport for flashes. Yeah, what I'm expecting here is Ebola seemed to have gapped Strikey in terms of CS and money early game. So I am looking to see if Ebola can keep up the lane kingdom, and we saw Dars fall a bit behind on versus Azor. CS and gold wise, but then he was able to make it up. However, this Kale matchup a little bit harder, and unless Azor really misplays or there's a lot of ganking attention, I think this Renekton should be fine, at least in the early game. Should be able to bully Dars away. And
30 seconds until minions spawn.
okay, mana flow band stack achieved versus McDabber. So Nico gonna be pretty, Hui gonna be pretty happy about that. Mana is something that he does indeed. Ooh, a nice little shock blast here onto a bad champ to turn off that passive, but it's not close enough to when minions spawn, so it's not really gonna matter that much. We do also see a Doran ring start here for Kale, so she is gonna have to be a little bit careful. Oh. Looks like Skarner's favorite genre of music is like EDM house music. It's got that beats by Dr. Dre. All right, we're back to the farming simulator. Now we'll see here if Jordas is able to have a clean early game as he did with the Senna. But this time Blios is on a much less aggressive AD carry. He is looking to be the one scaling himself, as Varus is the one who falls off. We have the Arcane Comet here, so we are expecting lethality Varus. There isn't much of helpful tanks like Cassante or Scion to make Jordas' life a living hell through lethality, and Renekton doesn't really build armor besides the Death's Dance. So far, poke advantage goes over to High7 early on, and Strikey already getting pushed away. Ebola really using his mana as aggressively as possible. He does have the Phase Rush, so he's just looking to get some cheap hits in, because Hui does struggle with early farming, at least until he gets his first mana item where he can comfortably just throw out the Bombaclat. But if you cannot throw out the Bombaclat, then he is in a little bit of trouble. A nice Tangle Barbs here onto that way, taking him to about 50%. And now a nice Ruthless Predator. Dar's gonna eat the Call of the Meek. And yeah, that Renekton Kale interaction is exactly how that entire laning phase goes until Dars gets some level. Another Call of the Meek hit, and it's normal for Kale to be behind on CS versus Renekton. And now Azor taking the turret shot, but a chunk in a decent amount of this Kale. And he's got to make sure that Dars doesn't have the easiest time ever. A nice Tangle Barbs here on the Blios, and now we're getting some damage in. And Jordas coming out on top in terms of trades, but the sustain angle is advantage. Ooh, that cannon miss though is going to hurt Strikey. And nice Call to Meek. And now Ebola here gonna jump on Strikey. Ooh, a nice minion. Ooh, Blios here getting taken low. There is no barrier, so if there is a kill angle, ooh, things are getting sketchy. But here comes Mr. Burner. He's looking for a play. But Azor has rotated before Kale could, and now High7 might be in a bit of danger. Oh, Azor not going to commit the flash, but now is onto the Jace, and Ebola gets punished. That's first blood over to, Mr. Burner almost getting Strikey. Strikey having to be a little bit careful there. But McDabber. Oh, the flash not needed, but helpful to find. And now McDabber might be in a bit of danger. A bad champ is going to trade his flash, though, and Ebola not using his flash in response means that a bad champ is going to be able to get away, assassinating Nico. But that was a nice delayed reset by McDabber to kind of mess around with Hui, who is indeed going to miss part of a wave because of that. And nice animations here on the Spirit Blossom Hui skin. Azor here looking, gets a stun, Call of the Meek with the slice and dice, but now at the mercy of Kale, who's gonna get a few booty slaps Level 6 coming close here for Dars, so does have to be careful. Azor does manage to have a little bit of a CS lead, and because of his roam in the mid lane, he does have access. McDabber with another play here. The Nico menacingly disturbing Strikey in this mid lane matchup, not letting him have any fun. Ooh, but now Ebola here, looking to have some fun. Does find a bad champ, but that way is there to make sure that a bad champ stays safe at the end of the day. Looking at the money, no me. Okay, we're not going to be able to find a recall. We're not going to be able to interrupt a recall angle. That's double Giant Spells versus double Ruby Crystal. And Mr. Burner doesn't really have much money, but he's coming through the wall, looking to find Strikey. But here, the Spiraling Despair, we're in a bit of trouble. Ebola, we also don't have the Impale, so we're not able to find a kill shot here. A nice accelerated Shock Blast. But now, Mr. Burner now in a bit of trouble. Has to be careful. Okay. And Bleos gonna rotate with that way to try and help. As Strikey is the focus of attention this game. Dar's already down to 50%, and there is the Dominiscus available here for Azar. So we'll see what he wants to get done. Is taking some chip damage. But right now, Swifties only. Doesn't really threaten much of a damage angle onto Azor. So he should be comfortably able to do stuff. Okay, the flash here forced out from Dars, but now he's getting run down here, the PTA, but Renekton's now level 7, still has the ult. And so Dars is going to have to be a little bit careful after having lost his flash here. Okay. We're back to Farm City here. Mr. Burner is going to find a bad champ who still hasn't found a way to hit the level 6 yet. And now just going to start smacking him. First dragon has not been taken either, so objectives are going to be on the slow side. For this game, it's going to be a while before we see Dragon Soul, which is very good here for the side of Nordians. Ooh, okay. And that's Bleos, maybe in a bit of danger. And McDabber is just going to find the Blooming Burst here to kill Bleos even through the flash. Mr. Burner able to find two grubs for the objective confirmation, and yeah, it's 2-for-1 grub trade. But with the feats of warfare here going over. Oh, okay, bad champ had his ult, but decided to not invest it. And now that way is stuck between a Nico and a hard place. And Dar's really looking to take a fight because Mr. Burner's here. And now the Kale ultimate comes through. And Dars is just going to get taken down. And here Mr. Burner now in trouble. And that's a double kill for the Renekton's. Unfortunately, quite a tumble here from the side. And now Bleos looking to have some fun. But Bleos is the only one doing damage. A nice flash. And here the heal comes out. And now Bleos in a bit of danger. The Blooming Burst going to do a bit of damage over here to Bleos. But that's the summoners down here. And Jodas, with insane amounts of patience, holding everything he had, looking to channel a max power Q, not gonna find it here on the Bleos. But he does need to get a recall in. He's got 2,300 gold. And ooh, okay, but a nice chain of corruption here. And that's McDabber finding another angle on another kill. Dabber 3-1 so far in this bot lane on this Nico, really finding some clutch angles, but that was a beautiful chain of corruption by Jodas. However, he had no mana, so he could not really follow that up. Recall gonna be cancelled here by that way. The super mega ultra OP super awesome fire kick. And now Hui doing his best to farm. That is another cannon miss here for Strikey. Heartsteel should be coming soon for Bad Champ. Yeah, the first Heartsteel of the game. Renekton with that double kill though does pick up a Stride Breaker and feels super comfortable into this Kale matchup for now, almost being 2,000 gold ahead. And no turret plates touch top for the side of High7. And Dars has to play it with impunity here because Azor is just looking to abuse. The Yomu's coming in for both Jodas and Ebola. Means that Ebola is going to look to try and abuse the mobility advantage. Oof. Okay, Dara's been taking a 30% off a trade. It doesn't feel too good. The sustain on Kale is not really known for being good. A W actually feels like it does so little. And here Dars might have to channel the ult. And Azor just on a rampage, gonna be able to survive the turret's blast. Mr. Burner is making his way top lane though, to try and defend this turret. We are trying to push that shit in. Max and Burner forced to babysit in the top lane. And is able to hold the wave here for Dars, but it is costing him some efficiency. And now McDabber is okay. A nice fear from the grasping from the the spooky ghost. I mean, grasping Ma is the thing that goes this, right? So White has too many ability names. We're just gonna call it spooky ghost. Ooh, that way getting caught though in a Tango Barb. Oh, I think it's a Tango Root. I think Tango Barb is Iron Shield. There's just so many ability names that sound the same. But that Hextech Alternator really starting to put in work here. Bleos not enjoying all the Chunkadunks. But we have double tier here for Jace and Varus. Interesting that oh, okay, McDabber might be in a bit of trouble. But Bleos is able to find a takedown, gets excited, and when a Jinx is excited, well, she just kills people. And she's pretty happy about that. It's almost at the BF sword or edge of money. Gold lead wise, we have about 700 gold here in preference for the side of just 700 gold lead here for Nordians right now. Heartsteel is about to be finished by Mr. Burner whenever he decides to recall. Already 50 stacks on a Bad Champ's Heartsteel, so okay. Dar's able to get that cannon minion, but is taking a 50% because of it. Almost hitting that level 11 where he'll become a range champion, and at 16 he becomes an overpowered range champion. But I think Azor doesn't really care right now. I think Azor just looking to get... yeah, just looking to get a play in before the Kale had the ulti. It was about like 2 seconds before Kale had her ulti. And there was no Captain Jack award here for Mr. Burner. Probably going to use the Shell Impact, try and make his way here. But now that way, looking to find Ebola and... ooh. Okay, Azor is taking quite a trade here. Ooh, but the Emilio, the shield, enough. No need to use the ultimate here for the Breath of Light to save Renekton. Azor Azor was able to force Maxim Burner to use his flash. And now Strikey might be in a bit of danger. Ooh, no. It looks like a bad champ is here for reinforcements, but Leo's being zoned away. Oof. And it's McDabber once again with another kill. The support Varus not having too much fun this game. But Blios is getting bullied. However, McDabber sees that there are people on their way, and Jodas realizes he might have to commit seppuku. Oh, but first turret going over to High7 means that they get the feats of strength once again. Nice job here by Jodas to be able to capitalize on taking the turret, since they had already gotten the feats of strengths. Sorry, the feat of warfare. So the feat of Allahu snack barring makes it so that the feats of warfare, from the feats of strengths, go over to High7 here. And now, seeing the action happening bot lane, it means that, ooh, Mr. Burner here are gonna try and go for a steal, but gonna get the Q interrupted. Now the Spiraling Despair. And now Mr. Burner may be in a bit of danger, doesn't have flash, doesn't have a way to get out. And that's going to be Strikey finding his angle. The Stridebreaker slow here onto Dars. And, yeah, Dars realizes that he's playing Kale into Renekton. So things aren't very fun. I'm surprised we chose this matchup. I would have thought Dars maybe had a better matchup in mind, but I guess we just went with I scaled to level 16 and then eventually I'm much stronger. Ooh, nice dodge here on the Chain of Corruption. Super Mega Fire Kick is gonna hit McDabber. But yeah, Jinx doesn't even have a full item yet, so she's not in a very happy place right now. And a bad champ gets smacked by a piercing arrow, but has a little bit too much HP to care. Black Cleaver finish here for Renekton. 2 items already. It is pretty big for this Renekton. The Ishal Impact gonna look to find that way. We get the flash here on that way, even with the Super Mega Fire Kick. Jodas finally gets his first kill this game. No longer shall Nico bully his kills away. But, yeah, now Mr. Burner looking to find Strikey and gonna slap him into the wall. The Heartsteel proc is gonna be enough. The red buff forcing the flash here on the Impale. And now that's Jodas claiming another turret for himself with McDabber. So lining the pockets, this bot laner, about 1,600 gold up. Here on the side of High7. And Renekton though being 6-0 means that the mid game here for Nordians is going to be very important because he is very powerful. Okay, some Heartsteel bonk bonks, but a bad champ is alone while the High7 reinforcements have arrived. Get an ult, a Spiraling Despair, the Wombo combo. McDabber might just die from the impact. And yeah, he does. Jace finds, Blios finds Jodas. And that's a double kill for Strikey. And that should be Dragons down. But that, oh, okay, we are trying to get onto Azor. But it's a 2v5 right now. And Azor is going to be able to survive. Is forced to use the Dominus right now, though. So won't be available for further team fight. But with the crash in, we're looking to just get that turret. And now we're looking to get on Ebola. But we don't have any permafrost stacks. And Renekton is looking to have some fun here. Gets the stun here onto Dars. But that's a turret and a half essentially for free. You trade for just a Renekton ultimate. So at the end of the day, you don't really get much. And Ebola has to be careful. Jodas comes out, has the Mana Mune, but it's nowhere near transformation. So at this point, it's an incomplete item. Not really affording Jodas much power. Though, with priority on this Otacon already started by Mr. Burner, That should be Otacon traded over, but I think a bad champ and Azor are trying to make sure that's not the case. The members of the members are pretty low, but McDabber with a beautiful pop-up finds 3 people, but is taken down. And now a bad champ not going to be able to get in the way here, and everyone's looking to escape. We throw the stone. Jodas dodges the zap. We're gonna also dodges the Thunderbolt. Okay, so that is a successful heist at the cost of McDabber's life. And now Mr. Burner gets caught up. Forced to flash away on this Skarsgård and Arnar. A nice impale though, but the Spiraling Despair gonna hurt a lot. The Kale ulti puts in a lot of work, and a smite coming through, treating Mr. Burner like a jungle camp. Getting that nice little experience. The 2-item Sejuani really starting to prove that she's annoying to handle. And the gold lead is rising to 5,000+ gold here. Looking at the money, it's almost all on Renekton and Strikey. There's also about 2,000 gold on this Sejuani. So we have a Hex Tech sold this game, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what that means. If this Jinx gets access to an on-hit slow for the entire team, things are gonna get ugly. Jace finishes his transformation. Jodas upgrades his boots. Fantastic. And now Mr. Burner is gonna try and attempt maybe a steal, but the stone throw comes out too late. Jodas gets tagged by the Thunderbolt and the zap, takes a little bit of damage, but no threat on him right now. And now here we're proceeding through the mid game, 4,000, about a 5,000 gold lead. As Jodas has to be a little bit careful once the Sejuani he has this. Oh, there's no Edge of Night right now here. And now Batchamp is going to be able to find Mr. Burner. Okay. We got a nice Womble, the Spiraling Despair, but it's on the tank. However, Ebola gets hit up. Has the upgraded Merc Treads. And we're looking. And now Mr. Burner finds a nice smack for Azor into the wall. And now Azor might be in a bit of danger here. Forced to E away, but the Jinx forces the Kale ultimate defensively, and she's just getting excited. Now, really good team fighting here by the side of Nordians that just continue craving that advantage. And now this Jinx has 2-ish items, is comfortably back where she needs to be versus Jodas. And unfortunately, Jodas still a decent bit away from the transformation on the Monamune. Probably going towards the Sereldias now to maybe buy his team a little bit of peel with the slows. But the upgraded Mercs here for Ebola did just save his life from the Hui combo. Alright, a lot of talking. And when you yap, you gotta go glug glug with some jugs. Alright, Batcham here, taking the red buff. Not Baron time yet, so it's not team wide, but I'm pretty sure Blios is gonna walk up to snag it. Interesting build note though, we are nearing the level 15 on Kale. Once she hits 16, she might start being a little bit stronger. But we did see that Dars was able to do a tiny bit of damage through Azor. That's why we're probably seeing the Stags here onto Azor. He's clearing vision. That level 16 for Renekton is huge because it means that ult will do at least, if it stays on someone, it will do almost 4,000 plus damage throughout its base duration. The Chain of Corruption finds a bad champ, but now the ultimate from Jinx finds Kale. There is no Kale ultimate, and even though the wave was able to be cleared, that is the big combat ultimates here from Mr. Burner and Jodas used up already, and now Nico getting gronked, and we're looking to take this turret. We're looking to have the advantage. And Jodas getting some peel on is getting some poke down on Sejuani, but a Batchab is the last person you want to be using your lethality build on because she doesn't really care. And that is the outer turret taken. Sorry, the inner turret taken. And now Jinx getting closer to her third item mark. Probably sells the coal here to buy a BF sword. And yeah, now we're 2/3 of the way to the Infinity Edge. Super happy. Almost have the wizardy hat, the Harry Potter special here for Strikey. And looking at the money, I think we're a wave or two away from the Sterk's Gauge for Renekton and Azor. It's gonna be really hard to kill through that. There's no there is no fast Baron for Nordians though, but they can play it slow. They do outscale. I mean, Kale is gonna become a problem eventually at some point in the game, but as long as Ebola is forced to handle Azor, High7 don't really want to take any team fights. That's a 4-1 pressure push. Ooh, the flash over the wall. The fine dabber. And that's going to be a bad chance getting a kill. But because he flashed, he is going to be going down. The Kale ulti being used to save Mr. Burner. So it's a 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day. But you do lose your jungler right before Dragon spawns. However, Mr. Burner does not have flash anymore. Azor though looking for the flank here. The Kale forced the flash over the wall. The ultimate had already been used to save Mr. Burner. And now Jace working towards his Black Cleaver. Trying to get some stuff done. And now Mr. Burner might be in a bit of trouble here. The fear, the slow, the way passive, it's enough. The damage there's and now Leo's here looking to get onto Ebola. And that's just going to be sole point, though. And, yeah, there's not much here that High7 can do. They're fighting through a 7,000 gold deficit. And while the Kale is still trying to scale up, has the 2 item marks now. Renekton is going to get close to 4 items after this. And now we've got I think we're even building a locket here. No, this is not Locket. This is Knight's Vow here for Sejuani, making sure that Bleos really doesn't have any ways of dying. The Sorelius finished over by Jodas is pretty good if he can land some quality poke before the team fight starts. But Nico has been trying to finish this Zonia's for probably the past 15 minutes. Now you can tell the support gold income, once you finish that support item, like once you hit the gold threshold for it to be done, you really see how, like, unless the support is getting like a massive amount of like turret plates, assists and stuff, you see it's really hard to finish things. And now, oh, Jodas here getting caught out, doesn't have the Edge of Night here. The Breath of Light comes, sorry, oh, okay. There was no cleanse, it's just the ult timed out, okay. But yeah, that's Jodas with no flash. That's pretty big. That means we're going to start Baron. Azor has teleport ready. And now he's getting ready to build a Spirit Visage. Ooh, okay. Melio cleanses himself. And now they're forced to call off the Baron. They're looking to take a fight, though. But that's some good damage from Ebola and Jodas. And now, oh, Mr. Burner in a bit of trouble. A really nice pop-up. Finds onto 3. The Tangles find 2 more. But now Dabber gets killed. And Jinx is excited. And Jodas is going to be taken down. And Bleos looking to find the kill. The Zap is not going to find the target that is intended. But here, Strikey has teleport. Buys the Wiggly Woogly Wizard hat. And is able to make it back. And now it's going to be another Baron attempt here by Nordians. Can we get to the Baron, please? Thank you. Alright, Mr. Burner is trying to attempt something for a steal, but it's going to be pretty hard for this Skarner to find his way in. Gets feared up, gets stunned up, and now the Hui combo into the Fireball. And now, there's not enough damage. Renekton also gets just another takedown. 7-0-6 on this Renekton. It's very comfortable this game. And we're getting real close to finishing that Spirit Visage. Jinx now building some armor pen. Last Whisper, so we're halfway to the 100% crit build here on Jinx. And you saw how much damage she was doing last team fight. Imagine when she's 100% crit. When all of those fish bones are gonna pow pow. Knight's Vow finish here for Bad Champ means that whoever he crowns is gonna become innately tankier. And it is on to Melio? Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Keeping the Enchanter alive is very smart if they already can't get to your Jinx. Okay. Well, McDabber is finding creative angles. Finally has the Zonius. Had to use the Seekers last team fight. And oof. Okay. Though Burner is trying to split them up. And now Bad Champ forced to queue away. Azor is not here yet, so it's not recommended to take the team fight. Yeah, the poke, you can see the poke isn't really doing that, isn't doing him enough damage for this point of the game. And Mr. Burner just going to go down. McDabber gets forced to use the Zonias as he gets caught out. And that's just a double kill here for Strikey. Looking dominant compared to that game 1 where Ebola just made him his plaything. And now Bleos, excited, getting ready to take this turret down. They throw down the Eye of the Watcher. And now we're trying to find Ebola here. Got the flash. The Kale ulti is enough. But the Spiraling Despair is going to come through, do a lot. Azor is able to find the kill here on Chase. And that is another kill. Strikey does go down to Dars. Okay. Kale gets a kill here, but this is going to be taken down by the Zappity Zippity Zoopity. And that's a 55 second death timer here for the Kale. She does have the Harry Potter hat, but is it gonna be enough? Now they're looking to, they notice something's amiss. Oh, the Hex Gates are gonna be taken. And now McDabber might just be in trouble. A really nice find here onto Bleos. Can Azor at least get a kill though onto McDabber? Ooh, the Rocket Belt backwards, the Tango Barbs, and now it looks like they're gonna be able to get away with this heist. That was a really nice shutdown, but it's the Nico getting all the money this game. Jodas is poor compared to his Nico. Sure, he has 13,000 gold, but I think Jodas would be full build if he had some of the kills Dabber had. But we're almost nearing the Storm Surge here. We're trying to deny the soul. Okay, the dragon's about to go down. Mr. Burner is able to hold the flash, but that's okay. The heist, the escape here from Ebola is successful, and a Bad Champ and Strikey just do go down. The teleport here from Dars to be able to defend the wave. Ebola was almost there though. I don't think there was pressure on the Nexus turrets. And we're really trying to find a takedown to get this Jinx excited. But Azor now might be in a bit of trouble. Has the ultimate, but that's a beautiful pop-up. And no way! Dabber with the 3-man pop-up. We're looking, the Ishal Impact looking to find that way. And now Ebola trying to find the Shock Blast here. Onto that way, uses the hammer form to try and get a bit of speed. He's looking. And I don't know if is that enough for game? I don't think it is, but it is definitely turning the tides here. The wave is going to be cleared though. Oh, the Spiraling Despair going nowhere really does hurt. And oof. Okay, Bad Champ. Okay, Kale forced to use the ulti defensively, however. Maybe there's a teleport angle in the base? No. It doesn't look like we're going to try an X-Peke, but we do get a Nexus turret in exchange. These fights are pretty wicked. And we stopped the soul stacking. So, there's about 3 more minutes before we can attempt another soul Soul Tribe, but now Kale getting pretty fed at this point of the game. Has another 2,000 gold, so once she finishes her recall, that's Void Staff finish. And yeah, she's getting ready to get her last item. Still hasn't upgraded the boots though, but is getting ready for that last item. Let's get the scoreboard down as this team fight starts to rev up. Alright, we're trying to deny as much jungle farm as we can. Ebola here. Does he pick up anything? Nope, doesn't manage to pick up anything. And we're trying to bait with the Baron Brush. But it looks like we're gonna force the issue at hand. They see we started the Baron, and now it's up to Burner and crew. They're looking to just try and end the game, but the Baron's gonna be completed. Oh, Baron has been stolen by Mr. Burner! What a disaster! And now Dars is able to kill Strikey. However, can he kill Bleos? No, he gets taken down, but the Nexus, we're getting a 2-0. Holy shit, the X-Peke! What a steal! Maxim Burner forces a 2-0. What an upset! Wow. Wow. That's crazy, guys. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the cast. We'll be live maybe sometime next week, but we are definitely live next Sunday because there's no MSI next Sunday. But we might be casting some of those Rumble esports games. So check out my socials for more information on that. I can always keep track of what I'm doing on YouTube. I normally make posts and stuff. So thank you for watching. As always, the VOD will be up right after the stream concludes for those that want to use it. But thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I want to thank you all for just vibing and hanging out. And we're looking to get these emojis crowdfunded. So, and a special stream in thanks for the super chats and stuff. So think about it, and if you're interested.